Great evening from Maldives. So this program is organized by School of Leadership from United States of America. Here we have great leader, Ms. Nishat from Bangladesh. Ma'am, can I please request you to kindly share your information and please help our audience to understand about your profile, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much. My full name is Nishat Parveen Haq, and I am at present currently principal of Cambrian International School and College.
Wow.
My basic subject is English. And if you talk for the last 47 years, I have been in teaching profession.
Mm-hmm.
And my social services, I belong to Lions Clubs International. I was the district governor in 2008 and 9. So
wonderful.
My husband is a professor at the university. I have 2 children, 2 grandchildren. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, great. Ma'am, we have organized this session for the leadership program to educate our students. Before this session, we had a school teacher from Vietnam. She has said, and the information is 1,080 students from School of Vietnam will be joining us, and they want to interact with other countries' students. So
that's great.
Yes, and we need to help them for English language program, for speaking, for writing, for various talent programs. So, ma'am, can your school also participate on this sort of program? Can you please advise?
Oh, sure. Tomorrow I'll look into this matter, and whatever is necessary, I'll do it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, ma'am, here I want to have your guideline for how we can develop these 1,080 students from different countries like Vietnam, that is far from Bangladesh, and also from different other countries. But how we can really develop their skills? What is your guideline, ma'am? How they can project and develop their talent, skills, leadership? Please advise us.
First of all, 1,080 in one session definitely, or in one group, will be little difficult. Not little, much difficult. Secondly, I would like to say that definitely they speak in English. The first language is not English. The first language is not English, Vietnamese. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to first find out if the children belong to any school where they are studying English as a second language or international language. And we can, of course, go through adult education program, the Montessori method. From the very basic, we have to start. Talk to them with a sign language or body language. So there are many ways which we can help out.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, the students' age group is from 8 to 10. So 8 to 10 students. So how do you think that what should be our method to help them regarding studies? And this is extracurriculum activities like presentation skill, communication skill, English language program, and also they have nervousness when they are interacting like you as a great leader. So how we can help them, ma'am?
Well, when we are going to participate, all of us, first of all, we have to be very friendly with them. We have to go to their level.
Yes.
To set up their mind that nothing to worry. Everything is very swiftly running. So we have to make ourselves easy to be with them. And gradually, I'll send you my email address in the messenger group so that if you can further give me some information about the previous task, then it will be helpful for me to continue or to move forward.
Okay. So, ma'am, how the students of Bangladesh in your school, they are progressing with this leadership skills and how they are developing themselves? What sort of initiatives you are taking for class, like age group from 8 to 10? Can you please share?
Class 3 to 8, we talk to them in English. Sometimes in Bangla, we say a little bit. to make them easier that this is what we meant, just to make it. We encourage them to speak in English among themselves. And one thing to teach the second language, we first have to ensure that not to correct their English. Let them speak out. Okay, let them be very free, frank, open. The moment they speak out, they will be correct. If we correct at that very moment, what happens? They get a little scared, shy. So from here, we have to skip ourselves. So in that case, from 8 to 10 years old, soon they'll learn, soon they forget. If you can continue on a regular basis, if we can make a little bit of syllabus, short curriculum for them, that will be easy for us also.
Great. As you can see, ma'am, our other teachers has also joined from Vietnam, like Khan Tran. She is representing one school that is in Vietnam, Dr. Lu. She is from another school in Vietnam. So soon, I think if Khan Tran ma'am, can you please explain what is your expectation from our leaders that you are going to collaborate with the School of Leadership from the month of October till December, 3 months program. So Dr. Lu, welcome from Vietnam. Manvi Salesar, welcome from Egypt.
Fine.
And Khan Tran ma'am from Vietnam. So one by one, I'll connect you. Dr. Lu, I want to connect you now that you can see our leader has joined from Bangladesh, from very reputed school in Bangladesh. This is a dream in Bangladesh to study in that school. So I am really proud of you, Nishat ma'am, that you have joined.
Thank you so much.
So Dr. Lu, can I please request you to share your information that from October to December, 3 months leadership program, training program, competition for the age 8 to 10, how we can develop these skill set, mindset, and language proficiency skills in English. Please share, Dr. Lu, connecting you from Maldives to Vietnam.
The first was I would like to say hello to everyone. Thank you for opening the Zoom at this time. And this is the time the school in Vietnam open for the new school year. So in September, we will have the opening school days. And following, we will have some big activities that involve all students in the school, and so do the parents and all the teachers. And so on that chance, we would like to have a connection between school in Vietnam to other schools all over the world. That students could share the knowledge, the culture, and so on. That wise, I would like to join in our programs, and I hope we will have chance for students to connect and share. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. So here I can see Hugh Tran ma'am from Vietnam from another school. Hugh Tran ma'am, can you hear me, please? I think she is muted. Magbe Salesar, you were participated in our first session, and now this is second session. So I wanna know that we have leaders from Bangladesh, from very reputed school. Here, a lot of teachers have joined from Vietnam, as you can see. So how you can guide us for this leadership program and the initiative we have taken for 3 months consecutive program? Please share your views, Manvi Salesar from Egypt.
Actually, the first thing I should mention that through my teaching years, more than 21 years in teaching English language, I noticed that some teachers are focusing on technique, while the others are focusing on the content. But if we strike a proper balance between content and technique, we can make learning so easy. So if we take the difference between university teacher and the primary teacher, because some teachers say there is no difference between them, but I am here to say that there is a great difference, because professors consider themselves, and they are a critical thinker, book writer, article writer, but primary teachers, they are focusing on techniques. They use songs, flip charts, and games. So if we notice that primary teachers are only focusing on technique, while the professor only focusing on the content, but we are here to strike a proper balance. And as I remember, Lev Vygotsky, the Russian psychologist, who said the promoxal approach, he said that every teacher should be aware of 3 different zones of his learners. Zone number 1, what your learners can do. Zone number 2, what your learners cannot do. And zone number 3, what your learners can do with your guidance. We have to know that our mission, that not to make our learners only learn, but acquire knowledge, because there is a great difference between acquisition and learning. Learning involves the ability to comprehend and recall information. You just read from the book, have a discussion, try to understand what you learned by some kind of testing. But acquisition, you are not only learn, but also apply what you learned in the real life. And this what H. Douglas Brown introduced when he said that there is 2 different modes of learning, by using a metaphor that learning language is like a camera. And all of us know that camera that has 2 lenses, zoom lens and wide angle lens. When you're focusing on vocabulary, small pronunciation rules, grammar, you are using zoom lens. But when you are use or motivate your learners to use language, English language outside classroom, you are using wide angle lens. So you are, as a teacher, as like a photographer, moving back and forth between 2 different modes of learning. So the final thing I wanted to say, whatever we teach and however we teach, we should make our materials sticky. I mean by sticky that make our materials 3 things: memorable, usable, and durable. Memorable, it means that your learners can recall information. Usable, that he can use it as a life skill. And the durable, he can recall, and after a long time, he can use it. See, so if we take the first letter of the 3 words, memorable, usable, durable, M-U-D, it will form a new word. It's a mud. And all of you know that mud is sticky. So we have to make great efforts to improve our teaching methods, because we are responsible for making learning so fun and so easy for our learners. Thanks a lot for your time.
Wonderful.
Adit, may I know where are you from?
Egypt.
I am from Egypt.
Okay.
Yes, so
Yeah.
now this is our time to connect great leader from England, our honorable leader, Jyotirmaya ma'am here. So Jyotirmaya Thakur ma'am, I am requesting you to please deliver your great lesson for our global students. As you can see, leaders have joined from Egypt, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and you, my beautiful teacher, my trainer, my guide, philosopher. So let me learn from you. Let the world learn from you. My dearest honorable leader, over to you, Jyotirmaya Thakur from England.
Thank you, Consul. What should I say? I'm not very prepared, but whatever I feel, I'm going to talk to you about. Many things which have been simplified and very nicely put, very emphatically put, is simplicity of delivery and communication is very important in any kind of leadership. When you're talking, you have to be at the ground level, because you are talking to people from various fields, and you have to reach them to get to your goal. And it should not be your goal. It should be a combined effort, a team effort. So how do you bring everyone towards your goal? By making it their goal, by making them feel that it is their benefit. It is in their interest. And how do we do it? Normally people, ask this great question: what is leadership? What is good leadership? What is successful leadership? Three things we should ask. Okay, now answer emerges from a study of a very formal model in which followers face a coordination problem. The leader has to be a great communicator, a very good coordinator. Their sacrifices are involved and selflessness is involved. And if you do commit a mistake, accept it. It is you who are responsible. Even if your colleagues, by mistake, you as a leader have failed. So you have to take this. And the followers, when you face a coordination problem, what I mean is what you want them to do is not clearly visible to them. So very nicely, Mother Teresa said, lead by example. Previously, when the commanders were there, the great Napoleon, although he was one of the best commanders. It doesn't matter how tall you are. It doesn't matter how short you are, how thin you are, how fat you are. Your mind should be able to read everyone and should be able to understand everyone, because the amalgam of people are many things. Now, number one, the key words in your should be vision. Number two is inspiration. You should be very clear what you want. So the vision has to be very clear. Number two, you should have a very inspiring personality. Inspire them. Thirdly, initiative. The work should start from you. Number four, planning. Number five, objective. What is the objective of everyone's hard work? That planning. Achievement. After that comes achievement, and that is being a good leader with effective communication. Everything that you say should be understood by the person opposite you. There should be no confusion at all. So leadership is the art of inspiring and motivating the team members to achieve an objective within a time frame. Time is time is limited. We can't say we go on and on and on. For me also, she must have put some time, 15 minutes, that's it. I have to talk effectively in those 15 minutes, right? And with available resources, whatever we have, and sustain the success achieved and endeavor constantly to improve upon it. If we do fail in something, we cannot be 100% successful in the very first attempt. So we have to find out the loopholes. Where did we go wrong? And if we did, accept it and then improve upon it the next time. Generally, personalities are of three kinds. You will find three types: dominant, benevolent, and balanced. Between the first two, what I mean is dominant and benevolent. Accordingly, we also find autocratic, laissez-faire, that we call in French, and participative or democratic leaders, type of leaders. So which is the best? There are so many kinds of leaders. A leader leads a herd of people, a community, or a particular class of people. He is generally gifted. We think that he is generally gifted with some special attributes of characteristic qualities, which helps and enables him to take appropriate decisions, often tough ones. There are some tough ones that you have to take. Now, true leadership involves myriads of skills and attributes, but one thing which makes a good leader is to lead the group in such a way that in unforeseen circumstances, something that you did not predict, one can act wisely and not out of whims and wishes, just because he wishes to do so or he has some fantastic ideas in his mind, but what is practical, what has to be done, what is feasible, and what is useful. Patience and farsightedness are significant traits among many leaders. Leadership is not only leading people, like dragging them autocratically, or you would say with, like a dictator. It's not that, where you want them. It is guiding, like a captain of a ship, containing people towards a goal, while the leader bears responsibility for whether the ship sinks or sails well. It is the composition of the crew, the teamwork, the group work that determines the success of the work. So the first mark of a good leader is that they are humble. They are humble enough to accept all the faults or all the loopholes and then try to correct them, right? So ideally, the leader is able to choose people ideally. His team is also chosen by looking at different qualities. Everyone cannot have the same quality. So we choose very carefully who can do what, and by knowing them. So you have to know your team very well, without any bias, without any prejudice, taking tough decisions, what should be given to whom. So allotting the work according to the person's ability and skill is one of the main things that a leader has to do, and has to do very well. And for that, he has to know the team very well. So, see, you can see that the individual task on board, however, life is rarely ideal. We cannot say even the leader is ideal. And quite often, the crew are chosen by circumstance. Whoever comes in first and you think is good, you choose. Just like you don't choose your class. The class a teacher has to teach is not chosen by him. But you have to teach them and you have to see the message reaches them. So there we are. It's not rarely ideal or what you want. The second mark is being able to ascertain the skills and character of people and allocate tasks according to their strengths. Now, being the captain of a ship, you don't know whether there will be a storm. You don't know whether the sea will be calm. So there is such a lot of work to be done. Setting the sails at the right time, removing the sails when the wind is not very harsh, pumping the bilge, cooking in the galley, or scrubbing the deck as well. So there are multiple tasks involved. And a leader should not refrain from trying to do anything. He should give a hand on anything. So he is an expert on mostly all the kind of things that he's allotting people to do. May not be number one, but he can definitely try to hand them. Just like in Britain, a simple policeman can become an IPS. It doesn't give just a competitive exam and he becomes an IPS. So he knows the street very well. In the same way, the leader should know, not fully, but he should know the difficulties of any work, and therefore will be able to appreciate any kind of work. No work is small, and every human being loves appreciation. So you have to pat their back sometimes. If you scold them sometimes, you also have to see the good things and never be stingent in inspiring them and motivating them and appreciating them. Well, the fourth mark of a good leader is to be able to stay calm in times, especially of adversity or calamity. Make very rational decisions promptly to overcome them. First thing is to get over the calamity, get over the adversity, whatever it may be. Half the thing is done if you are calm. If your crew knows you are calm, they think you will be able to do it. You will be able to guide it. So your patience, your calmness gives them great strength that everything will be okay. And that is a great message you have to give. Well, a crew or your team cannot be expected to respect the leader who does not respect them. So respect gives you respect. You have to respect everyone for their ability, and you get respect back. It's mutual. The fifth mark of a good leader is someone who can garner and give mutual respect by treating everybody as having equal worth. No one is less, no one is more. Never should anyone know that you love someone, that you have a weakness for someone. Everyone is equal for you. And that will make you a remarkable leader, and they will all appreciate that because they don't know. They all think they are very good for you, right? Second thing, what I mean to say that even the lowest ranked person who is working for you or the highest rank for you, they're all working equally. Maybe the lowest ranked person works harder than the one on the top, but he has reached there because of his hard work. So you appreciate everyone. They both have roles. They all have roles necessary for a successful completion of the work and will perform better in an atmosphere of equal respect. Now, the validity of all opinion. You will listen to all opinion. You may not abide by their opinions, but you will give everyone an opportunity to voice their opinion. Let them speak. Let them all speak, one by one. So you have to be, a leader has to be a great listener too. Now, the opening of lines of communication produces a wider range of perspective on possible solutions to problems. Nobody is perfect, and people do make mistakes. The seventh mark of a good leader is the establishment of protocols to ensure efficient and safe operation. Knowing all aspects, how something runs, the goal is how it runs, what you want, has to be very clear. Like I said, planning is very important, and executing it is also very important. Secondly, setting up routines. You know, in a school, you have a timetable, you have a routine, you have a curriculum. In any work, we start with micro, and then only we reach the macro. First in small steps, then in bigger steps. We join them to bigger steps. So we have to have a routine to get things done, having a system of place for reporting when things go wrong. Everyone should be frank enough and should be fearless to be able to tell how something went wrong, so something can be done. You know, people lie when they are afraid. So be careful about that you're open to mistakes and that you don't take it in a bad spirit. So there should be a reporting system You report back and working towards avoiding them to happen again. When mistakes inevitably occur, it is paramount that a leader approaches the situation via this rational and not emotionally. Emotions is EQ is another thing. Emotion quotient is very important for a leader, far more important than intelligence, IQ. So focusing on fixing the mistake, not punishing the person who has made the error. We are not in a classroom. And even if we do it for constructive criticism or for constructive effort, so that he improves. Not that he fears another punishment and then he never comes to tell you what is wrong. So it's just a mistake. It happens. And anyway, someone who cannot or will not behave properly, we have to assume it's a human being. Human beings do, some of them are in a bad mood, personal reason, private reasons, his own persona, his own, private reasons. Not everyone is in a good mood all the time. So there may be mood swings. So the 8th mark of a good leader is management of leading by setting a good example. Assisting people through patient guidance to learn to be successful. Members, if it becomes apparent that someone is not up to the task asked of them, if we ask someone and they are not up to the task, firstly, explore ways of assigning them to something they may be good at or may be content doing, rather than punishing the person. Now, the hardest thing about being a leader is recognizing that someone is totally unsuitable to do a work, and you have to let them go. You have to just leave them. It's not possible. And the 9th mark of a good leader is being able to make hard personal decisions for the good of everyone. It is important that the group is far above any person. So the group, the goal, the task, the vision is far more important than any personal prejudice. There are instances, when the leader does not have the luxury of getting unsuitable people to walk, have to, be with novices, new learners. New learners are there, and there are some lazy people also on board. Everywhere there are some lazy people, some people who avoid work. So how do you go about it? The 10th mark of good leader is being able to establish a system of reward and punishment. Now, the system of rewarding the good people, the hardworking people, and punishing within understood set of rules, not very harsh, but try to tell them that the good ones are being rewarded. And that makes a great difference. Everyone wants to be, to be rewarded, to be appreciated. So there we are. So that the crew have more initiative to do the right thing than behave in a negative way. This is a great initiative when good people are rewarded and bad people are ignored, or sometimes with a set of rules being punished. So creating an environment where everybody benefits from good behavior encourages the team to work together to keep the wrongdoers in a line. Now, the 11th mark of a good leader is to be able to create this team environment in which they put the collective before themselves in priority. So the collectiveness is more important than being their one-person performance. There is a phrase, there is a word in African, there's a proverb, Ubuntu. Or in Japan, they teach you. In Japan, when they play the musical chair, they teach you one thing. There are 10 people and there are who doesn't have. But all the 10 people have to stick together to sit on the 9 ones. Only then they will win. And they go on removing one chair and the other, and everyone has to be seated. If one single person is standing, the whole team is out. So it's not a question of elimination. It is a question of collective effort to win. So here is what the leader has to bring over: a collective majority rule that everyone has to be together, to work together towards the mutual goal. This is, as discussed, an effort that goes beyond just telling people what to do or where to go. It is a holistic process that recognizes and respects all the people in the team, and a good leader recognizes they are part of the team and work with their members to create a rational, efficient, respectful environment to ensure a successful goal. So the success depends on a collective effort. Thank you so much for listening, because if I'm talking and you are not listening, then my talking is useless. So thank you all for being a good team and listening so respectfully to everything that I said. Thank you very much, all of you. I've been watching, everyone has been giving so many comments and so many good things, and smiling and listening very carefully. Thank you, Mansoor. I think I have finished. Thank you, Kamchan.
Wonderful. So here it is. You can see my leaders from United Kingdom. Our great leader, Jyotirmaya Thakur, Madam, has explained so beautifully and nicely. And that has touched our heart. And this is the teachers training session. Once our teachers are educated enough, they can deliver more far a better way than the usual or traditional class. So this is the beauty of School of Leadership, that we are connecting the globe together. And as you can see, Mr. Sudhir S. Taluke, the founder of Namaste India e-magazine, has joined from India. Kham Tran from Vietnam, Hugh Tran from Vietnam, Dr. Lu from Vietnam, our honorable great educator leader, Nishat ma'am, has joined from Bangladesh, and Munir Sultana Poppy, I myself, has joined from Maldives. We love you, we admire you, and hats off to you. Because of you, our students have a glorious future. And we look forward to connecting each of you on 15th September, International Democracy Day. So this is our leadership program. I have no words to be thankful to our honorable leaders here. Jyotirmaya Thakur ma'am, you have made our life. Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure and honor to have you all on this international platform organized by School of Leadership, United States of America. Signing out from Maldives. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.